In Texas, our divorces have many aspects the same, whether you're in the military or not. But if you're in the military, we have to consider your military retirement, and if you have children, the consequences of deployment on your child custody arrangements. In Texas, if you are in the military, you can file for divorce even though you're not physically living here, because you don't really get a choice on where you live when you're in the military. So you can designate Texas as your home state and file for divorce here even though you may be stationed out of state. And in Texas, we must consider your children and your property when we do a divorce. But in a military divorce, we need to especially consider the rules on how your property will get divided and whether you have military retirement. Whenever you have a service member as one of the spouses in a divorce, some of the legal issues that you might consider is whether or not that spouse is getting close to 10 years of military service, because there are some things that the non-military spouse can use and have as an advantage if they wait until after their 10th anniversary to get divorced. And then there are some other advantages after your 20th anniversary. And so we need to look carefully at how long that member has been in the military and how long they've been in the military while they're married. When a military member is overseas and they have their family there with them, such as in Germany, I get a lot of calls from Germany, and the children are there with them in Germany. If they've been there for more than 6 months, the spouse could claim that Germany is their home state, and there are international laws, in particular one called the UCCJEA, that apply whenever you're talking about child custody in foreign countries. But if your children have not been overseas for more than 6 months and you want to get divorced, we can certainly get you divorced in Texas as you are in the military. And we get a lot of people who call us and they prefer to name Texas as their home state because we have a very short waiting period for divorce. If you're a service member and you are wanting to get divorced, it's important for you to have legal representation so that you get the maximum that you're entitled to and that you're not giving up more to your spouse than what you really need to give up to them. And if you're a non-service member, you need to be aware of what advantages that you might have if you have certain wording in your divorce decree. There are a lot of misconceptions. In particular, people often think that they can't get half of the retirement if they've been married less than 10 years, which is simply not true. All of my career has been here in San Antonio, and San Antonio has a lot of military bases, so I have been handling military divorces from the very beginning for my entire career. I believe that people hire my firm to be their representation because we listen to people, and they come in here, they feel comfortable knowing that they are going to be heard and they're not just a number. My current and past clients would say that this firm really cares about them and that we really take care of the details so that everything is put into their decree that needs to be in there or into their order that needs to be there. We believe client communication is very important. Every time that we hear something from opposing counsel or from the other party, we will notify the client about what's going on in their case. We return phone calls that day or the very next day, and we check our emails several times a day. We're a small firm, and the advantage of working with a small firm is that you get to know all of the staff of the firm, and all of the staff of the firm gets to know you. My law firm is different from other firms because we really make a point to make sure that everybody on staff knows what's going on with all of the cases. We sit down together and go over all of the cases together as a staff, and we pray for our clients and we pray with our clients. In your initial consultation for a military divorce, it's helpful if you can bring with you a DD-14 showing the aspects of when the person entered the military and when they left the military, and a pay stub that shows what their income is and how much of their income is taxable or non-taxable. A lot of the child support issues that we have arise because a lot of the military compensation is non-taxable.